edition of Outside the Shop with me, your host, Daryl D-Lane, as always. Talk about everything that I normally don't get the chance to. Talk more like the sports podcast, Barber Sports Talk, which you guys can all find on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, iRadio, SoundCloud, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Just tune in via Facebook Live, YouTube Live Stream, and Twitter/Periscope. Follow, subscribe, whichever platform you're listening to. Comment. I like comments, and let's get into this for my take of the day. I'm going to list the top 32 QBs for the entire NFL. Doing this, I did it for the first quarter of the NFL season, the second, and now the second half. And I include a little bit of playoff performance, which changed my mind about some of these guys. But here's the full 30. Number one, Aaron Rodgers, wire to wire, best QB in the NFL, the most efficient quarterback in the NFL. He can make every play you need. Kind of ability of a Patrick Mahomes or even a Josh Allen, but he's so consistent. He has the consistency of a Tom Brady, elite abilities to make plays when there's not there. Number two is Patrick Mahomes, special, one of the best quarterbacks the sport has ever seen, one of the most talented quarterbacks the sport has ever seen. Throws that he's able to make are just spectacular. Out of structure, he's the best QB in the NFL, and it's not particularly. The only thing that dings in mind to Rodgers is I think Rodgers manages the game better and controls the game better. Number three is Tom Brady, the most consistent, one of the most consistent ever, probably second only to Aaron Rodgers. Him and Aaron are 1 and 2. They're consistent QBs in the doesn't have the high end of ability of like 10 or 12 guys on this list, but he's consistent. He maximizes everything that's there in the offense. A lot of quarterbacks don't do. Quarterbacks, they'll miss open wide receivers. They'll have those 4 or 5 turnover games. We saw that with Josh Allen, 4 turnovers against the Jaguars. Brady doesn't have that. They ask him to throw it a lot on his shoulders, and he consistently takes care of the football. He gets the ball to his wide receivers, and he makes the offense as efficient as possible. High-level quarterbacking play. For the same thrower every single time. Number 4, the physical ability is phenomenal. He can be a little inconsistent. That's what puts him behind a guy like Brady. But there's a lot of pressure on Josh. They ask him a lot. Plays every single game, which is a big help in his case to be top 5. He's also a threat run as well as passing. Number 5, Justin Herbert, one of the top 5 arms of the sport. Can make any throw you want. Very cool and calm under pressure. Their offense, they don't have a running game really. They ask him to throw. In the Raiders game, he had 62 throws. I don't think they have a true leader ever, and he just delivers. Number 6 is Burrow. He's aggressive down the field, great at improvising inside and outside of the pocket. Changes options, always gets the ball to Jamar Chase, understand who's the prime of the route and goes to it. Number 7, Dak Prescott. His best is not as good as some of the other guys up on the list, like a Josh Allen, or that's why he's at, or even a Joe Burrow. I don't think he's as creative as a Joe Burrow. He thinks on the fly as well as Joe Burrow, but very thin quarterback, big, strong, thick, good deep ball thrower. Number 7, Dak Prescott. Number 8, Kyler Murray. He's down on this list because his best is spectacular. 5, Allen, Herbert tier, but his back can be bad. He wears down at the season because he's a smaller man, so quarterback. Also, Kyler, he gets hurt and he missed some games, so that dings him as well. Kyler Murray is 8. Number 9, Matthew Stafford, the turnover, number 9. But when he makes plays, they're special. His arm, very accurate in all the field. You can maximize your whole offense clear the field where he can't throw it. He can also move pretty well inside the pocket, and he can scramble a little bit, just turnovers, and I think sometimes he tries a big play instead of making the safe play. At number 10 is Derek Carr, steady and consistent, great in the short passing game, phenomenal in the short passing game, consistently was able to work the middle of the field. They lost, they're one of the best play callers in the NFL. Also, they're deep there in Henry Ruggs, and he can consistently stayed consistent and moved the Raiders offense down the field. He's athletic enough, not a super good athlete, but a good enough athlete. And number 11, Lamar Jackson. He was injured this year towards the end. The game can be a little inconsistent and shaky, but he's special running the football, maximizes that offense. That's why Baltimore loses their top 3, 4 running backs. They're still top 3, top 4, top 5 in rushing. And at number 12, and this ends the first tier of guys I would call quote unquote Russell Wilson. A little bit of a down year, got hurt. The Seattle offense deteriorated more. I don't think they used him very well. I think he's lost a little bit of his speed, but he can still improvise. Good arm, very solid quarterback, Russell Wilson. and that's my top 12 quarterbacks. These are top 12 quarterbacks that I would are in that first tier. Now there's high tier, but this would be my tier one QBs, and Deshaun Watson, if he's playing and not doing funny stuff in the massage, right, would be in that class, and that would make it 13 QBs. Top of my second tier at number 13 is Carson Wentz. There's nothing Carson Wentz can't do physically. Solid decision maker. He's improved that. I just think something's missing from his game, or maybe mentally, maybe that clutch factor, that it factor, where you can see big games. These other guys I trust. He doesn't have the steadiness where I know every game what I'm going to give for Derek Carr. I have that from a Carson Wentz. At number 14, Kirk Cousins. He's good at everything, but elite at nothing. Number 15, Ryan, strong, athletic, good on play action. You can run. He's a very aggressive down the field and will take his shots down the field in one-on-one situation. Not the most talented quarterback in terms of playing the position, but still very, very solid. Number 16, Matt Ryan. The physicality has deteriorated. He's accurate, kind of a sitting duck, but he's still good in the short passing game. Doesn't have the biggest arm in the world or the best arm in the world at this point in his career, but number 16 and number Mac Jones, just consistent as consistent be. There's nothing elite physically about his game. He takes care of the football, unless it's against the Buffalo. Makes good decisions, though, and is a very consistent thrower. He has that part kind of Brady. Brady's a consistent thrower. Aaron Rodgers is a consistent thrower. Mac Jones has that. Jimmy Garoppolo is at number 18. The reason why he's behind Jones, why I think Jimmy's upper end ability is better than Mac, is one, Jimmy Garoppolo was hurt often. Also, I think Jimmy Garoppolo has a haywire gene to make bad decisions at certain points during the game. We saw that against the Dallas Cowboys, where he throws a back-breaking pick in the fourth quarter. It's like, what the hell are you doing, guy? He does that to make a lot of plays with his physical ability, extend beyond the offense, but run the offense to near perfection when it's working well. And I think that's why the 49ers win when he's under center. But all QB. At number 19, Jalen Hurts, elite runner, one of the top 5 runners at the QB position in the sport, but a mediocre passer, misses open guys. I think you saw that against Tampa Bay. And then is my third tier of quarterback. Number 20, we have Daniel Jones. He's hurt, pretty good athlete, good arm. I think awareness how he plays the position, but ability is there. At number 21, to attack below, a good touch passer, but not a good arm. Can be injury prone as well. Number 22, Teddy Bridgewater, just average and not special at all in how Teddy plays. Taylor Heinicke, very fun watch, but what Taylor does, average arm, runs a little bit too much for his athletic ability, but scrappy, not a great decision maker. Actually, he's pretty an awful decision maker. So Taylor Heinicke. Baker Mayfield's at 24. And Baker Mayfield, if this was last year, Baker would have been closer to 10. He would have been in that 15 range for me. But there's a couple issues with Baker. This is probably the most one of the more controversial guys I have low. Herbert, when he played, it was best all the time. And here's the one thing that kills Baker. The whole Odell controversy, when there are plays where Odell Beckham is open, you're number one, not getting him the ball, you're not maximizing your offense. That's the worst. All you can do as a QB is maximize your offense. Use your players to the best of their ability. That wasn't happening with Odell. So that's the big knock on Baker. But Baker's a guy who could be here. And the injury stuff. Fourth tier of quarterbacks. And these are the guys that are just old or bad. Ben Roethlisberger just sucks decision-making, but nothing good physically about him. He was throwing a bunch of ducks against the Chiefs yesterday. Not a very good QB. Andy Dalton, just at this point of his career, 26, 27. Golf, stopgap like QB. Very, very average arm. Not the best athlete in the world. Okay decision-maker. Can be a little bit of gun shy in the pocket. I don't think he liked as much as he should. 28, Davis Mills. Solid decision maker, pretty below average physically. I'm very interested to see how he looks next year, though. 29, Zach Wilson, good athlete. I think he's a very consistent thrower. Number 30, Trevor Lee, very raw. Missed a lot of open throws, but very good runner. And then this fifth tier quarterback, 31, Sam Darnold, just awful. The worst quarterbacks in the league, and only outdone by Taysom Hill. I love Taysom. Elite gadget player, but Taysom Hill, quarterback, is not it. Can't play the quarterback position one leg. Sorry, Taysom. So just to recap, these are my top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, number 2, Patrick Mahomes, 3, Tom Brady, 4, Josh Allen, 5, 6, Joe Burrow, 7, Dak Prescott, 8, Kyler Murray, 9, Matt Stafford, 10, Derek Carr, 11, Lamar Jackson, 12, Russell Wilson, 13, Carson Wentz, 14, Kirk Cousins, 15, Ryan Tannehill, 16, Matt Ryan, 17, Matt Jones, 18, Jimmy Garoppolo, 19, Jalen Hurts, 20, Daniel Jones, Tagovailoa, 22, Teddy Bridgewater, 23, Taylor Heineke, 24, Baker Mayfield, 25, Ben Roethlisberger, 26, Andy Dalton, 27, Goff, 28, Davis Mills, 29, Zach Wilson, number 30, Trevor Lawrence, 31, Sam Darnold, Taysom Hill. Deshaun Watson was playing and not doing business with the massage thing. Deshaun would probably be in the 5 to 6 range. He could be third 3. I'd have no issue having him ahead of Brady. Justin Fields, if I put him on this list, I just didn't because Andy Dalton ended up finishing the season. Justin Fields would be probably below Zach Wilson, in front of Trevor Lawrence. And that's all